This is Hotbid. I'm here for Team Liquid to interview TLO. We're doing this interview right before the losers bracket matches on day 3, and the bracket doesn't look very good for Liquid. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it sucks. We've all not been doing too well in group stages. I really expected one of us to take at least like first place in group stages, but well, we fucked up, and now we gotta do what we gotta do.
All right. What happens is TLO plays the winner of Tyler and someone else, and Huck will, if he wins, he has to play Rhett. So it's a lot of team killing going on. What do you think went wrong yesterday?
Well, I don't know. I think all of our players have been in a little bit of a slump lately, and it shows in the last few tournaments that we haven't been doing too well, but that is not going to stop us from doing well in the future, I think. And I mean, we can still do it, right? We can still win the tournament. I'm pretty positive that it might happen. That doesn't sound too convincing, but we're going to do our best.
HeyPro's goal yesterday, when I interviewed him, was that he wanted to be top 20. Which means he already achieved his goal. What's your goal?
Well, I'm not gonna say top 20. That's really sad. I'm gonna go top 8 at least. I mean, it's not too confident either, but top 20 is just sad.
All right, I like that. Okay. Yesterday you had a pretty good game against a few Terrans. Like, you had a really close series with Pain User. What do you think? Like, TVT seems to be your best matchup. Like, why do you think that is?
We've been talking a little bit about that, and I think it's because I have a really chaotic style, and I can make TVT spin out of control more easily than other matchups. And as soon as things get weird, I'm in my element, and the other player doesn't really know what to do anymore. I want to have like 5 battles at once, not really knowing what is going on, but just go with it, and then it's usually gonna turn out good for me.
You also had a game where you landed a ridiculous nuke. I think it was against Mihai. What do you plan on using that more often, or the crowd cheered really loud when that happened?
Yeah, I'm gonna implement nukes a lot again. I think there's so much options just to control spaces, like nuke in front of your tanks, run in with your Marines and Marauders, take out the expansion, like fight in the nuke and pull out at the last second, stuff like that, and defensive nukes, of course. I think it's really good. You should always do it.
Recently, you played a best of 3 against Nada, and you lost 2-1. Do you think you're still on the level of where you were in Korea, or do you think you're better? How was your experience in TSL 3?
Well, obviously, I'm not better than I was in Korea. I'm a lot worse right now, and I don't think it's only because I'm not practicing Korea anymore. There's a lot of factors for me right now, but I think it's gonna get better again. Of course, I'm saying that for quite some time now, but I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna train hard and just do what I have to do.
All right, we're gonna take some user questions now that you guys submitted from the forum, and then we'll ask TLO and get a little bit more about his personality. So, what is your favorite food, and why do you like to eat it?
I still like bulgogi the most. I loved it in Korea. Korean barbecue is so good. It's extremely tasty, best meat you can get.
Oh, it's if for those that you don't know what it is, it's like they take this like meat and they put it on this grill. And if you have never been to a Korean restaurant, you should definitely go. It's really good, right?
Yeah, it's insane.
All right.
That's a good one.
Yeah, if you could be any animal, what would you be and why?
Let me think. Like 5 seconds. I think I'd be a chameleon because I adapt to my surroundings.
Oh, that's a really wise answer. It's good. Okay, let's look. Do you like the MLG events more, or do you like participating in GSL? Do you feel like there's a difference, and are you planning on attending all the MLGs for the season?
I kind of like MLGs more than GSL if you're like right in the event as a player, because there's a lot more energy. There are bigger crowds. You're at a big event with a lot of people. While in GSL, except in the finals, you always play in this pretty small studio, and you don't really have the feeling of a major live event in GSL. But when it comes to the broadcasted games and the quality of the streaming and everything, I prefer GSL.
Okay. Earlier we saw you get a sponsorship from Sony Ericsson, and you did a really cool interview session, like had all these fans, and you had to sign cards for them. How did that go?
That went awesome. I think they were really surprised how many people showed up for StarCraft. I felt a little bit bad for the Halo players because there were so many people coming in and like they weren't really losing too many cards. But the next day I was doing it alone, and that didn't feel as awkward anymore then. It was great, so many fans coming, and I just hope I can actually show success again and not just sign autographs. And you know, it always feels a little bit strange, like even though I don't do well at tournaments, I get way more attention than any other players, and I feel a little bit bad about that, to be honest.
It is what it is. What kind of like weird things have fans asked you to do?
Nothing weird, to be honest, really. Some people are a little bit annoying, like some lady were standing there for 5 minutes, like she didn't know what gaming is really. She talked for 5 minutes and there was like a huge line behind her, but she didn't even care, like she just went on and on.
So now this is like how many times have you been in America now?
3 times.
So you have a very distinctive German accent, but I've been hearing that you can do a very good Southern American accent. So let's just, do you have a Texas accent you can do for us?
No, not really.
He just did it just before the interview, and it was really, really good. So you need to do it. Just say like, you know, like, hi, I'm from Texas, you know.
Hi, I'm from Texas.
That's exactly what I said. You didn't do the accent. We're gonna cut this out of the interview, Rich? We can't cut it out? Okay. Thanks, TLO. A few more things. So StarCraft 2 is blowing up really huge in the United States, and you know, earlier.
It's really hot in here.
Oh, okay, yeah. And all these fans come up to the players to ask them questions and like get autographs and all that stuff. There was a really funny incident with you, Huck, and Tyler at the front of the stage. You want to describe what happened?
Yeah, that was awesome. I really feel bad for Tyler, but some guy was coming up to me at first. He wanted to have an autograph on his head, so I gave it to him. So 2 minutes later he comes back and says, "Can I actually have an autograph from all of you?" And then he gets an autograph from QXC, from Huck, and from me. And then he didn't really know who Tyler is, and like he even recognized QXC because of TSL and everything, but he didn't know who Noni is. Yeah.
So you heard it here, fans. If you see Tyler around, make sure to go up to him and recognize him as another Liquid player. That'll be our inside joke.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we'll check back with you after the matches are over. Oh, I got to ask you one more thing. Were you there for the Huck versus Nazgul fight? They had the wrestling match?
Yeah, you mean last time? Last time at MLG? Yeah.
Who won?
I'm pretty sure Huck won, right?
Well, HeyPro said Naz won.
Yeah, well, I'm saying Huck won. I'm pretty sure it went down like that.
Like, can you describe what happened?
It's been quite some time, but well, they were kind of like engaging in a fight in the hotel room. Not in the hotel room, but in like the hallways.
Oh, in public?
Yeah, well, of course. They don't care.
And what happened?
Well, I think Huck kind of threw Nas over his shoulder, didn't he?
What, really?
Yeah.
That sounds way more exciting than I imagined it would be, but we need to get the video for that.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Should be somewhere, right?
Yeah, okay. All right, so we'll check back with you after your match. Hopefully Tyler wins, and then you have to play Tyler, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, it's gonna suck to play teammates. It always does.
Do you have anything to say to your fans?
Yeah, thanks for supporting me. I'm gonna try to win tournaments again.
All right, thanks.